Thanks for being with me this morning for Relax and Paint. I hope that I have given you a peaceful morning, a few mornings. If not, if you were watching it after work or after your full day and you're relaxing and watching, it's all about relaxing, all right? And we can use some of that during the pandemic. And I know if somebody's watching this 2 years from now, they're going, I remember those days, all right? So one way to keep you from being down in the gloom and maybe getting a little depressed and you don't know why is because we have all this craziness going on in the world. But guess what? When you're painting just for a little bit, you take a deep breath and you realize it's going to be okay. We're going to be blessed. All right. But painting will take your mind away from it. I can tell you, I had 7 children and 4 teenage daughters at one time. So it was crazy. All right. So let's start painting this morning. And I just want to paint a geranium with you. I thought you might like it. A little different leaves. They're really fun. So I might have painted it already, but I always get better and different. And so who knows? All right. And you will too. All right. So let's go to the overhead camera so that we can see exactly what we're painting together. All right. So I'm going to be on a black pad today. And I've got a whole bunch of paint because I've been painting. And the first thing I want to do is put some stems in here. And I'm going to use multi-surface paint is what I'm using. Okay, here we go. There's the apple red multi-surface. All right, so you can always go to onestroke.com. Go to onestroke.com and see everything I've got going and pick up any supplies that you might want, okay? And I have everything you need to get going. I want to show you that those are the colors we're using: apple red, wicker white. I'm going to make some stems and some leaves first with a 16 flat. All right, so I've got my paint rolling over here a little bit. So let's go back in here. This is 16 flat. This is sap green and citrus green. Sap and citrus, back and forth, back and forth. All right, so now what's going to happen is I'm going to come up and put a stem here, a little stem here, and another little stem there. All right, just ignore it, put a little paint there. All right, so those are the stems we're going to have, even a couple little ones down here. So I'm up on the chisel of the brush, and it's a 16 brush. All right, so let me show you. I'm going to do one down here first. So if this is going to be the leaf, this is a small one. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. I'm going to wiggle all the way around. And if you can't make it all the way around, stop and wiggle this way. All right. So we're getting this almost full circle. But what I like about these is they look like lilies in the lake. You know, the little lily pads. All right. Which they're called planters. Okay, so I'm going to pick up a little bit of white. Let me show you how I'm doing this. I want to dip a little bit of white, bring it over here, and work it in. A little bit more citrus. Try not to get it that full. See how I have it running over the edge? All right, that's still not helping me. Okay, so I want the dark sap green, and that's wicker white. Now what I want you to see is that what's going to happen on here is that the green's not going to show up really good on the black, but if I worked enough white in there, do you see that? I can make it come all the way around and overlap till I get a nice look. Okay, and you want it to be full in the middle here. All right, so I'm going to go over that one more time. Oh yeah, see, it even makes my green show better. Picked up a little bit more sap green. You see, now you could use a 3/4, but the 16, I think you're going to feel like you control it better. Okay, now look what I'm going to do. I pick up more paint right here and work it back in. All right. I want to do a few of these leaves. Here's your V, so that you have, when we put the red in these leaves, you're going to feel comfortable by having a few to practice. Okay, I love that y'all been sharing on my Facebook group. It's our Facebook group. Actually, it's all the one-strokers who want to share what they're doing and ask people if they like it. We have a good time on our Facebook group, and I do lives where I sell special sales twice a week. Okay, so don't miss out. Those, a couple weeks later, we send you out everything that you order, and you get a great deal on it, and people will share with you how to use it and how they've used it. There we go. There we go. Thank you for being on our YouTube group, and I love for you to subscribe so you find out whenever I do lives and other special things for you. There we go. There we go. All right, so I want to go up really close so y'all can see. Now, we're going to let this dry. I'm going to clean out my brush, let that dry, and now we're going to go back and get your red and a teeny bit of white. So it'll be like 1/5 and 4/5. So it's more than a third is what I'm saying. More than a third of the red. Okay. Okay, so now what happens, what makes these look good is if these are little buds over here. So let's go over here so I don't lay my hands over it. So I'm going to push out and lift. And I'm just, because I'm on the black, I'm going to put, these are little black art pads. I'm going to come out here and overlap. Oops. Pull back, pull back. We've got stormy weather here right now. We have tropical storms, so hopefully it's not going to interfere with your reception. There we go. See, just a few little, because they're little sprigs. So, and so this one's smaller, so we could take and just put a few little strokes. All right, so it's really little. And I might put a butterfly or something where I messed up that pad there. Okay, so let's do a bigger one now. Now I keep coming over here and grabbing a little bit, or I'm just picking up paint right here in my double loader, okay? So let's come over here and I'm gonna do little sprigs. And I've had a hard time getting my geraniums when I've grown them to be this nice and full. But this is a picture of one that somebody else has grown, and it was nice and fluffy. So see, now I want you to see, instead of this big, I'm just pushing it out, 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 out. Pushing it out, not making a circle. Does that make sense? Not doing a teardrop either. Watch. I'm going to come right here, right here. So look, push, lift, push, lift. Push, push, push. And you're going to just overlap. So see, it's little teeny strokes. I'm going to come down here, a little bit out here. See it? So we're just overlapping. Isn't that kind of fun? So start it over a couple of times and watch this part, or freeze it. I'd watch it completely through, go back, take a deep breath, and come back. And as you're trying that, stop it. Stop the video. Try a couple strokes, turn it back on, and then continue to go with me, okay? So start with these little buds first. All right, now they are kind of open. They don't have, they're not really as tight as what I've got these. So, but on this one, I think this is good for a beginner. It's not a hydrangea. Hydrangea, my southern accent. It's not a hydrangea. It's a geranium. But so I could come out and put a couple little guys like this to break it up. Let me get some white. Okay. See, this helps you see that it just comes out like this a little bit. And I'm going to come out here a little bit more too. And that's a little odd looking. Let's see. Are y'all having fun? I hope that you enjoy what I'm sharing. I do have some people that have given me some good ideas of what they want to see. It'd be really nice if more of you would do that. All right, so you've got little bits of coming out from here. All right. So I'm going to make this a little inky. Roll the brush. Okay, so this came in here. And this one's got a few little, they've got little stems that come in here. Okay. So sometimes some of these hang over, like majorly hang over like this. And they have little, that'd help it look more, not like hydrangea, but geranium. Okay, so see they hang over a little bit. All right, now a couple things. I could decide to not put anything in there in the centers, or I can put little teeny occasional dots for the centers. Just a few. Don't go crazy with putting a lot of them in there. Okay, now I've got a way to finish this off that makes it look really good. And that is, I'm going to pick up, let's get some yellow and some citrus green, I mean, and sap. Okay, now look what happens. These are all hanging from underneath the geranium. All right, so having some yellow to make it bright looks good too. Look, push and lift, push and lift. All right. So there's a lot in there, hanging from there. Okay, so we have some from here, push, lift. A little bit from here. These are little pods, and these little pods give you more blossoms. Like right in here. Push, lift. All right, and I even have another one maybe here. All right, isn't that kind of fun? A few of them right here. Or sometimes I can just come in here, have some little red ones. Look, put some little red ones hanging here. I made that a little pink. We wanted it more red, so don't put as much white. See how these little red pots come in there? And then they're opening up to be these pretty blooms. Isn't that kind of pretty? Well, that's not the magic. The magic is when we come in and put the red in the leaves. And so many people love the way I do this because it makes it possible for it to look really crazy good. So I'm going to put medium and work that medium in. I'm going to pick up some red on one corner. And I'm going to see, I'm going to brush it over to one corner. Now look what happens. I'm going to come right in here and wiggle, wiggle, wiggle back and forth all the way around. See, the medium will let you move it a little bit if you're not happy with it. Okay, so I'm going to pick up more flat, pick up that red, and it's out here. And this is how you know it's a geranium, is because of the red stripe in the leaf. Some leaves don't have it, but that's the geranium I want. It has a really pretty red. See that floating medium? Makes it look amazing. And it's easy to put in there. But see, when I get too much, I get a little bit around here, a little bit around here. All right, so I have too much right there. Can you see that? So you just clean your brush and you go back in here. But you have to let the leaves dry. Did you see that I let the leaves dry? All right, so that worked a little bit because there was a little bit of wet right in the middle. So you're going to come like this and curve, come like this and curve down. All right, and connect all these leaves back in. Now sometimes, isn't that kind of fun? Sometimes I'll come in here with my number 12 and add a few single leaves. Like maybe they're getting ready to open. All right, did y'all like this morning's lesson? I hope you did. I'll know when you come to my group and you share some of your pictures on Donna Dewberry's official One Stroke group. It's official because lots of people make One Stroke groups, so make sure that you find our group. All right, now I am going to pick up a little bit of white and a little bit of yellow, make it pop. I'm going to cover up where my finger got some paint on here and did a little butterfly. Let's do another one here. This is a slider leaf, a daisy single stroke, daisy single stroke. Look at that. I've taught you all those already, so go check them out. And then I'm going to come right in here to do the body with a lighter green so it shows. So I push and I lift. Go close over here. I lay it down and I lift. All right, then I touch and pull down, touch and cross over. Touch, lift, and there's two little butterflies. I know it's a little blurry because of the light. See those? There we go. And you sign it. And I hope you had a good time. I enjoyed being with y'all this morning. It kind of makes my day. I can go and relax a few minutes before I head off to work. And I'm in the middle of painting. So you saw my palette where I've been painting, so be watching for lots of new. Okay? Thank you. See you next time. you.